Hey, what is up? Welcome back to another video. So what I have for you guys today is a glass cannon build and outward, and I really enjoy this build because of the corpse launches. But anyway, if you want to see how it's done, you want to head towards the forest first and continue onto the city Berg. Now you don't need mana for this build. In fact, you probably should not have any mana for this, and you also don't need a train in the first city. So you want to head all the way over to Berg, where you're going to go to your first trainer. Now, I'd like to say about 90% of this build is in the Hallowed Marsh, so you only have to stop by for this trainer, and you want to head to the Hallowed Marsh where you're going to do like 90% of your build. So you're going to talk to this guy.
What can I do for you?
Obviously, you're going to want to go up in the melee section of the build, and you don't want to do any of the arrow stuff. So you want to enrage for the rage boon, and then you're going to get these two, because that's going to be important for your build. It's just an extra ability or two that you can use, and it's pretty useful. Also does a lot of damage, so it's nice to have. Now we're going to make our way towards the Hallowed Marsh, specifically Monsoon first, so that we can get our trainer to teach us some stuff, and also there's some recipes you're going to need to learn and some other abilities that you're going to want to talk to people for. So we're going to just head that way right now. If you don't know how to get to the Hallowed Marsh, you can look in the map. You want to go right over to this area, and most of the areas to get to and most of the biomes or regions are pretty easy, so you just want to follow the map and you should be able to get there in no time. Once you've arrived in Hallowed Marsh, you want to head towards Monsoon, like I said before, and it's at the top of the map, so you're going to have to travel all the way there. And once you get here, you're going to want to go towards the first trainer. So you're just going to want to follow this little bridge over here to my right, and then you'll be able to talk to the monk, who gives you some really important skills and abilities that you're going to want to use in this build. Now we can see the monk. We're going to go up to her, and you're going to want to follow exactly what I learned. I mean, the flash onslaught, which I did not learn, is an option if you don't want to have the block, but I prefer the block because it is an ability that you can use to defend and attack at the same time, so that's why I chose it. And there we go. Now that we got it learned, we're going to head towards the second person that's going to be necessary to talk to in this city, and they're going to teach us one of the abilities for our hammer that we're going to be using towards the end. This ability is only going to cost 50 silver, so it should be pretty easy to get. You're going to want to go up here and into the building, and you want to follow exactly where I go so you can talk to this dude. He's currently talking to another person, so you're going to have to interrupt the conversation and just ask him if he can teach you.
How can I help you? Lend me your ear. I wonder.
Now, the good thing about this ability is you don't need a discipline or a rage boon, so you can use it whenever you want. It does slow down your attack, but it also does a lot more damage. And once you do that, you're going to want to head up towards the vendors, where you're going to talk to the blacksmith and ask him for the recipes. Now, the recipes you're going to want to get are the scaled recipes. You have a satchel, and then you have a full armor set. This armor is where I got the name of the build, the glass cannon, because it does a lot more physical damage, but it's not the best at defending yourself, so you're going to want to be careful when you take hits. You can still take a decent amount, but it's mostly meant for the physical damage, and as you can see, this is how you craft it. It's pretty easy to craft, and it does a lot of extra physical damage, so that is why it is chosen. I'm going to show you the creatures you're going to want to kill in order to get these resources, but before that, I need to prepare myself with some equipment, because I currently have really bad equipment, so I just bought myself a quick set of armor that I can just throw away at the end, but I'm going to go out and kill some of the creatures necessary to give me the resources. Now, here you have a Tyrannosaurus. It is pretty much a raptor. They're pretty aggressive. They're not too difficult to kill, though, as long as you take your time, swing appropriately, block appropriately, and you should be able to kill them pretty easy. Luckily, I had some decent armor, and I was able to heal up mid-battle, so I'm able to take them out. Although my armors defend me pretty well, my weapon was decently weak. So, but there you go. You can get the resources. I got a bunch of it from that guy. So you're only gonna have to kill a couple of them in order to get the full set. Before crafting the armor, I decided to go to the Lightspire, where it's necessary to get the melee weapon that I'm going to be using in this build. In order to do this, all the levers in the building have to be pulled in order to get rid of the electric gate thing border right here. You can see this. In order to get rid of this, you have to pull the levers. So, going to go through. I pretty much just ran past everyone because I couldn't fight them with the weapons I had. There's going to be one up top, one at the bottom, one in the middle. You can just walk around, look for the glowing blue lamps. They're not that hard to find, and once you deactivate all of them, you'll be able to get through the shield. So as you can see here, this is the last one I have to pull, and then it's going to get rid of this. There's also going to be a ruin that will activate another quest. You don't have to do this to get the weapon, but if you want to, you can get the Lightmender's backpack, which is pretty good for a mage build. Now I'm heading towards the door with the shield in it, and I'm able to go through, and this time nothing's blocking my way. So once you do this, you're going to want to head through and pull some more levers. You will get an ordnance chest out of this as well, but your main goal is to unlock all the teleporters with the levers so that you can teleport up towards the melee weapon, which is next to the legacy chest. It's one of the best weapons in the game. It's slow to swing, but it's very powerful. Yeah, as you can see, just follow the steps that I'm doing. You want to run past this dude unless you can fight him. I can't. Pull lever. You can hear one of the teleporters opening. Run back. The teleporter opened downstairs. You want to head back towards that, and then you can teleport. There's going to be this room that you can teleport up to the legacy chest area. It's on its own isolated platform, so you can't get up here besides this teleporter. And then I just waited till this guy walks down, ran past him, and got up towards a melee weapon, and you'll see it's hidden behind this little wall here. There we go. You can get the Pillar Great Hammer, which is a very, very powerful weapon with physical damage. Once again, it's pretty slow, but you can corpse launch people, so I thought it was really fun to have. Now, I put all the armor on, the scaled armor. I just finished up killing some of those raptor looking things, and there we go, I got the full set. So right here, I'm doing a lot more physical damage because of the bonus, and I have a very powerful melee weapon. Our build is not done yet though. We have one more trainer we have to go to, but before we leave the Hallowed Marsh, we have to go to the vendor again in order to learn one more recipe. Now, I forgot you could have done this before, but you're going to want to get the scaled satchel recipe. This is going to be the backpack that we're going to be using. And the reason we're doing this is because with the scaled backpack or the scaled satchel, rolling has no effect on, or the backpack has no effect on the roll. So you can roll as many times as you want, and it won't be slowed down. Also, you can equip a lantern onto it, so you'll be able to have light when you're in dungeons. Although there's a little bit of a capacity loss, it's still very nice to have. So once you get in Levant, this is the most optional of trainers. You can choose this guy or the rogue. I'd advise using him if you have the backpack. So he's just going to give you a little bit of a movement speed buff, some stamina reduction when running. I just think it's really useful to have these passives as a glass cannon type build because you'll be able to run away from your enemies if you need to. The last thing to do with this build is to demonstrate its power and its corpse launches. So even though this creature right here has a big physical resistance because it's made of rock, I'm able to do a lot of damage to it, and I don't even have all my buffs up. So you can see this is the slow attack that takes no discipline or a rage boon, just a cooldown. I'm able to easily kill that guy with no problem at all. Now, you can see some nice corp launches from this dude. You can see me using a bunch of abilities. There's so many to use in this build. It's quite nice. You can combo them as much as you want. I missed that block right there. But I can do a lot of damage with this. Come on, bud. And bang! Look at that. Look at this replay right there. Oh, I gotta get launched. We're gonna launch this dude as well. Bang! Get over there. Yeah, that's right, Beetle. Anyway, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, then please hit the like button, sub if you're not already subbed, and turn notification bell on if you want to see more of these videos in the future. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.